Go.
Welcome back to our block. It's that time of year. In all our previous years, Elena has me standing on this in front of all of the work with 1,000 people here. But we're back in our block. That bit hasn't changed. We've had the slow show, students, practitioners, your families, mine. Have been back in here to look at this amazing work. And thank you to everybody that's helped put this together for the last couple of weeks. Whether it's the students that have been wombling, clearing Super Studio, sorting everything out, Olivia Chan for helping sorting out live links, websites, all the printing by the faculty team. It's been a massive effort, and I'm really chuffed that we've got this together. We've had a show, we've still got awards. So it's really good to be back here. So I'm not handing out any awards, my friends are. But first, I need to welcome Elena Marco, who's going to do an introduction.
It's amazing because, as always, we have got a few people in the back room that kind of Andy, Merat, and all the team has made it work. And obviously, we have got all our students and some of the staff seeing what we are trying to do. I would say this has been the hardest year of all for yourselves, the students, and for the staff. I think the one thing I would say I'm most proud of is the incredible strength and resilience that you all have shown. And I am also really, really proud of seeing how far you've got. Some of you, you've got a little bit more to the end because you chose to do that way or because you had to, which is also really good. But for us, the nice thing is to be able to kind of welcome all the architecture and product design graduates to the show in June 2021. I have with me, and I think it's important to say, apart from all of you that they are in the other side, and it's really funny because I only see a black screen, but it's really nice to have me, behind the scenes, to have James Birch, Andrew Batchelor, Fidel Meraz, Jaja, Alison Dutois, Mike Devereaux, and of course Andy Bourne, that they are making it happen. And obviously we also have to thank you, Merat, which is trying to kind of make sure that the technology works behind us. So thank you for all of you for making this happen. I also know that in some of the chat, we have got one of our transnational partnerships, our City School of Architecture, thanking us to be with Thornhill today. So thank you, Sri Lanka. We are with you. Thank you very much for watching. And it is a pleasure as well to kind of, have those close connections with the other side of the world. We have got a number of surprises this year. We are also, of course, going to give the awards to the students, which I'm going to pass now to kind of James and Drew. But I can say from the Architecture and Built Environment Department, thank you so much to our practitioners, our mentors, our students, and our staff, and all of the people, that technical staff that has helped us to make this happen. I think I should say as well, thank you to Chloe and Chris, which kind of makes us as well as part of this virtual type of events, also the possibility to have the physical show. And that has been very important because when we don't have the graduations, we are still in a time of influx and not knowing what's going to happen, being able to at least come back, even if it's a bit empty, to our blog and be proud of what you have achieved, some of you in your own bedrooms or in kind of your homes or your flat. It is unbelievable. So congratulations to all of you, and congratulations for what you've done, and welcome to the Architecture and Product Design Graduate Show. Thank you very much. I think now I have to pass to James.
Thank you very much. Welcome, and it's lovely to have work in our block. I think that's such an important thing, that we're back and our students are able to show their work here. And over the last couple of weeks, we've had the show open. That's been sort of organised by Chloe to allow people in, and people are coming to see it. It's important, really important, that I've met second years here and first years, looking at the work, appreciating what their peers have done and having a sense of what they should be aiming for next year. So being able to share the work is such an important thing. So that's a lovely thing for us to have been able to do. And also to have been able to have interviews and have students coming in, talking to practitioners and showing their work. So that's a lovely thing. And again, Elena's just pressed a little button there to say again, I think none of this would have happened without Andy putting the show together with the Wombles, our student Wombles, who kind of set the whole thing up, with Chloe and Chris, who are part of the faculty team. So that's really important. And I now press a button again. The other thing I should say is this show is also the sort of anniversary of the start of our architecture school. So 25 years ago, our first architecture degree started. Architecture and planning is 25 years old. And so we've been established for that amount of time and have this very grown up, interdisciplinary, really important degree at the centre of all the other things that we do. So we're very, very proud of that. So that's changed, doesn't it? Can I just check that? Thank you. Just checking the technology. So the other thing, first say, Elaine, I think you were supposed to say these things, but I will say them. First thing is to celebrate the number of, there we go, the different achievements that we've had and that have been recognised across the year. So it's a fantastic achievement for one of our third year BSc Honours Architecture students, Angharad Davis, who has been working as the president of the Architecture Society to develop our agenda and to talk to lots of different graduates about our approach to equalities. Quite difficult, very honest conversations. And I think Angharad has done a fantastic job and put together a really good suite of talks around those issues. So that was a wonderful thing for us, an important thing for us. And also two of our lecturers, so Patrick O'Flynn and Fabia as well, in terms of different, Patrick for putting together this really big initiative on sustainability and low zero carbon. And lots of students kind of were part of that online course, and also lots of practitioners. So that's a really brilliant start to our year. And then across the year, Fabio has been working on a similar agenda to Angharad in terms of equalities, talking into the microphone, apparently like this. Okay. Stop pacing around. Like that. I should stop that now.
After 20 years, you stay.
Okay. So the other thing is, again, these different equalities awards that we've achieved, which are all related to the Architecture Society and the Built Environment Society. So again, another person who should now receive a round of applause is Caterina Costa, for her work as part of the student committees and our societies, for being recognised by the university as the best societies in the university. So, 3 award winners for women in property across our department. And yes, now I'm going to have to apologise to a couple of these for my pronunciation, but we could say that for ATD as a second year who has achieved and been awarded part of the Women in Property scheme is Algmina in ATD. And I apologise, Agmina, I'm afraid I'm not going to attempt your surname. You're going to have to teach me that next year when we're all in our block. And then Sophie for real estate, and Katerina for architecture and environmental engineering. So very, very well done. Okay, so we're going to have sets of prizes with adverts as intermissions between the prizes. The first set of prizes is sort of related to practice and local and regional practices. And we'll start from here. So, first of all, there is our local RIBA set of prizes. And our first commendation goes to Jintao for his M-Arch scheme. So well done, Jintao. Can you see that? Yeah. And a first prize from the RIBA Wessex for technical resolution goes to Matthew Biscoe, again an M-Arch scheme, so well done. And then the third of those prizes from the RIBA Wessex, their view of the best of our M-Arch schemes, and that goes to Joe Hyatt. So well done, Joe. And our M-Arch includes apprentices, so students who are working through both Part 2 and Part 3, supported by their practices. And we have an Architect's Apprenticeship Prize, and the commendation for that goes to Simon Watilia. So well done, Simon, working at AHR. And then our best in show for our apprentices in the M-Arch in Part 3 is Lauren Gower. So well done, Lauren. Okay, and another part of the Masters in the first year is a live project. So this is our students working with not-for-profits and charities across the region, amazingly managing to continue doing that this year online and trying to connect with all these different people and develop their projects online. And we have a prize for the best project presentation back to the client of this design. And that goes to Chulwe, Feliciano and Nicholas for their Ashley Green Spaces project. Now we go to an industry-sponsored prize, so Bureau Happold's prize for Best Design and Engineering Integration. And this goes to Aaron Smith for his AEE final project. So well done, Aaron. So this is now a little adverts intermission with Drew getting ready to take over from me. we've got some other thank yous and also adverts, if you like, to show you. The first one is to thank a series of academic colleagues led by Murat for the talks related to our new MSc in Computational Architecture. So the Computational Architecture Masters starts in September, and it's going to kind of interlink and connect a triaxial modality, if you will, for simulation, fabrication, and critical thinking about these issues, and to start to develop and sort of disseminate our thinking around that. Murat, with colleagues, with Eleonora, Lydia, Anna, Yaya, and colleagues from Venice, put together a really good set of talks across May, which lots of you have hopefully seen and can still see. So please kind of connect in and see those. So thank you very much for that lecture series. And don't forget that we have this new MSc. Please all come and do it. And then advert and thanks number 2 is for the lecture series of, again, perhaps a good thing about, or a sort of positive in the situation we've been, is that we've been able to put together a really international series of online talks. And those have been curated by colleagues Matt Hynam and Sophia Banu. And that's connected into our student journal, Babel. And so we have to thank them for setting this up, and for our lecturers, Nicoletta Carastati, Marielis Ramos, Carolina Dyer, Talupe Anabuli, Fidel Miraz, Toby Lewis, Maria Matsuda, Sam Cady, and Leslie Loco. So thank you very much for putting together an excellent series for us. Now, his own round of applause, I'm going to bring in my colleague from product design, who gets strange wolf-like sounds, and that's Drew, and Drew's going to talk about product design.
Good evening, and thank you, James. My name is Drew Batchelor. I'm the Associate Head of Department for Design and Technology, and I'm going to be awarding the prizes for product design. Before I do, I would like to tell you about one of my highlights of the year. And this is when the final year product design students did a sustainable design project, a live project with Wilko, the major high street homeware store. And so I found myself on a Friday afternoon in February, sitting at my desk at home with teams of my students who'd worked entirely remotely on this project, about to present to their designs to Wilko, and to a team from Wilko, the panel from Wilko, which included Lisa Wilkinson, who is the owner and the family director of Wilko, the head of design at Wilko, and the head of brand at Wilko. And I was very nervous. And I shouldn't have worried, because the students, the final year students, all the teams did absolutely brilliantly. They were amazing, and the staff team are so proud of them. On the screen, you can see one of the team's work, and actually me, I took a photo of the screen. I could see just down at the bottom there, you have the students and some of the Wilko team there on the team's call. And they had this incredible experience where they got direct feedback and insight from Lisa Wilkinson and from the head of design and the head of brand there at Wilko. And that was my highlight of the year. And I just want to say congratulations to all of the staff and the students involved in that project. So let us move on. Oh, yes. Yes. Let's move on. I've got 5 prizes in product design to award today. So the first one is the commendation for product design. And if I get this right, it should, oh, I just ruined it, sorry. I get a little bit of give it away there. I thought it was running as a reveal. So I will tell you that the first prize there is a commendation for Iwen Chu. And this is for a project called NOM, which was an app-based system which helps with meal planning and which reduces food waste. So again, has a sustainability benefit. Iwen produced just a fantastically resolved piece of service design with superb communication and a very detailed and sensitive understanding of users. So congratulations to you, Iwen. So now we move on to the prize for Best in Show for product design. So this is for BA product design. And this prize goes to Annabelle Chatwin with her project, the Curve Bra. This is a bra designed to meet the specific needs of women with scoliosis. And it was an absolutely outstanding project. That started by exploring the issues that women with scoliosis face in their own everyday lives. And it ended up focusing on how bras can be adapted to fit comfortably around different body shapes and severity of spinal curvature that's associated with scoliosis. Annabelle was just showed an absolutely fantastic level of design research and a professional level of user insight and understanding. And then resolve this with sort of functional physical prototyping, a superb project throughout. Fantastic. Congratulations, Annabelle. So moving on to product design technology. The first prize to award is the commendation for product design technology. And this goes to Aaron Triggs with his project Seaware, which was a wearable radio for RNLI lifeguards in emergency rescue situations. Aaron had an absolutely outstanding level of hard work, and it's led to a very highly resolved project. And on a personal note, I tutored Aaron through this project, and I want to thank him because for our very enjoyable weekly face-to-face meetings sitting outside in R3. So congratulations to you, Aaron. Superb project. And that brings us on to the prize for the product design technology Best in Show project. And this one goes to Megan Phillips with the Ikigai Kitchen Pass. And this is a product for commercial kitchens which focuses on improving chefs' mental and physical health. This project stood out due to Megan's just brilliant insight and understanding of users in a very complex situation through her design research, but also her project management and superb design resolution and attention to detail. Very well done, Megan. And we move on to one more prize for product design, which is the outstanding contribution to the programs in product design. And this goes to a student who has always been willing to be involved in actively making a positive change to the course throughout her 3 years of study with us. And she has, her enthusiasm is infectious. And she's made a great spokeswoman for the course, both internally and externally on our open days as a student ambassadors. And this has contributed to the development course. So I really want to thank you, Jada Ulumbori. We will miss having you on our open days, and thank you so much, Jada. And now I believe I have to hand back over to James, who is going to continue with some more architecture prizes.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Drew, and well done everyone in product design. I've got some more adverts or reports maybe of what we've been up to. So as I said before, Patrick had a really good zero carbon set of MOOCs across the beginning of the semester, and that was really important to kind of give us some sort of direction and momentum coming into the year. And then meanwhile, while Patrick was doing something very serious, I was conducting my module in contemporary dance, which is personally very important to me. And I'd just like to share some of that contemporary dance with you now. How do I switch it on? Press it again.
When we first met, I will never forget. Cause even though I didn't know you yet, we were bound together then and forever, and I could never let you go.
So there we are. Everyone involved there got an equivalent mark. They got a B+. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more sort of energy, but it was very impressive. So back to the awards. We've got some architectural technology and design awards from the Chartered Institute of Architectural Technologists, and they always support us and they always support our ATD students. They have an aspiration award, and that award is for David Knox. So well done, David. And then we also have the Chartered Institute of Building Services Engineers Student of the Year Award, and that for a really good sort of engineering and engineering thinking integrated with her final design goes to Roman Sanchez. So what am I? And then we move from architectural technology through architectural and environmental engineering to interior architecture, and a series of awards and different interiors students who have been put forward for national awards and national prizes. The first is the design nomination, and that goes to Kira Fitzsimmons. So well done, Kira. And the next interiors prize is a second design nomination, and this goes to another of our final year students for IA, and that is Olivia Morrison. Well done, Olivia. Interiors also have a third design nominations, and that is for Eleanor Greenslade. Well done, Eleanor. And a fourth, and this one is for Sasha Robinson. Well done, Sasha. Then interiors have writing nominations and for their dissertations, and we have students who will be going forward for who have been nominated for the National Prize for their different dissertations. And those are Kira Fitzsimmons, Eleanor Ring, and Martha Tipcombe. So well done. Another advert. Okay, so don't forget our different ways in which we've been working and connecting with our students across the year. We have Babel, which is our student journal. And I think we should thank the journal team, particularly Sophia and Tonya Carles, and also the students involved for rethinking Babel across the year. So that's been a really important kind of way in which our students have been able to write about their experiences across the year, report different things that they've been doing, and share work. Sharing work has been the thing which has been difficult but essential across this year. So Babel has been a really important outlet for that. And then also on the bottom right-hand corner is the link to our online version of the show. So please go to uwe.design and you'll see all the different work from our graduating students from product design and the different architecture programs. So really good for you to see that. And then also a second thank you is to the different curators for our mid-year mix, and also of course the people who delivered this mix of lectures. So there's thanks to Angharad, Ashley, Nicola, and also Callum for connecting us to different lecturers and for giving us different emphases in those lecturers, from professional thinking through to diversity and critical approaches to sustainability. And I'd also like to thank our lecturers themselves, Nikki Watson, Juliet, Tom, Shankari, Tabitha, Hisham and Jeff, Sasha Bhavan, Rob Hopkins and Matt Tarling, and Tomaj Jemiel. So thank you very much for all coming in, connecting with our students and giving us a mix of really interesting things to debate and develop our approaches to. So thank you very much for Babel, all the connections we've made digitally, and for those lecture series. Silent clapping for me, because it's too loud. Okay. So, other prizes. So first of all, for our architecture and planning students, I will now clap silently in a kind of Zen way, you know what I mean? Like a Zen way. So this prize is sponsored by Ridge. Thank you very much, Interdisciplinary Practice. Thank you very much for sponsoring this prize. The best placemaking proposal by an architecture and planning student, and that is by Thomas Tahini. So well done, Thomas. And then we also have a prize which is sponsored by our Emeritus Professor, Richard Parnaby. And this is for the best piece of critical writing produced by one of our students right across the school for this year. And that has been won by a dissertation. And I should say, so Richard, we know he's here, so thank you very much, Richard, for sponsoring this. And it's good to know that you're in your garden, reading, weeding, enjoying life, and also are able to connect with us here. And the prize is for Tegan Salter's dissertation on the architecture of incarceration. So well done, Tegan. So we move now, I should say, perhaps before we start this set of prize awards, that there will be more prizes. So the way we thought about this is that the prizes probably you've seen are ones that are for students that will be moving towards presenting those their work nationally. And so in terms of a timescale for presenting that, the timescale for us announcing and helping them prepare those national submissions, we need to make those now. We will have another set of prizes in the late summer, and we'll be incorporating the other sort of submissions that students are making, because obviously in this year We want to kind of collect everyone together, get everyone across the line, and to assess and appreciate their work. So again, this set of prizes is for submissions that will be going forward across the summer to another one of our professional bodies, to the Royal Institute of British Architects, and includes design and writing. So the dissertation prize, which will be put forward to the RIBA in a few weeks' time, is by Brogan Lenehan. So well done. That was a really kind of outstanding and thoughtful consideration of an important and contemporary issue around dementia. So well done, Brogan. And that was a much debated prize. So I think you've done an excellent job with that. We also have prizes for people who have come here in September last year, arrived in the halls over there, discovered themselves locked down, tried to use our facilities as they move into first year, and have had possibly the most peculiar transition from sixth form to university that you could imagine. So we have a set of first year prizes, and these are prizes for process, and really it's an encouragement and a consideration of students that have worked incredibly hard to develop their projects and learn that craft of iterative design. So we have 3 first year prizes for process. Because first year really matters. And they are, congratulations to you, Oren Slade, Abigail Hill, and Mariam Mertzer. So here is, wait. I will tell you when to clap. Clap. So well done, Oren. And clap. Abigail Hill. Well done, Abigail. And well done with, you're allowed to clap, Marion. Well done, Marion. A really, really lovely work. Well done. Excellent start to your degrees under ridiculous circumstances. So after the first year, we go back to the M-Arch, and the bronze medal, sorry, not the M-Arch, the undergraduate, the bronze medal nomination. So 2 nominations here. So these are the undergraduate Part 1 students that we would like to put forward, and will go forward to the national consideration by the RIBA. And those are, I'll stop telling you when to clap, but I will need some clapping, okay? Okay. And the first one is an architecture and environmental engineering student, Barbara Vanek. So well done, Barbara. Well done, Barbara. And the second of these nominations is an architecture and planning student for a sort of a pretty amazing kind of scheme set in the centre of Bristol, sort of hydroponic farm, and that is Laurent Gonçalves. So well done, Laurent. And Laurent, I have to mime clapping now. Apparently I'm not allowed to clap, so it is a clap, but not a clap. So from the bronze medals to the silver medals, and they are the Master of Architecture students again. And these are 2 schemes that we'll be putting forward and ask students to put forward to the RIBA. And so the first of those has already received an award, and it's a really interesting, thoughtful, vernacular-based computational scheme, and that is Jintao Ma. So well done, Jintao. Well done, Chantal. And the second of those has also received an award already, and that is a contextual scheme set in the centre of Bristol, and that is Joe Hyatt. So well done, Joe. Sorry, I will now hand over to Professor Elena Marco.
Thank you very much, Bertie. So thank you so much. We had some fun behind the scenes, I would say. I think I had a fantastic team behind trying to do the clapping. It is amazing to have probably will be more, me doing a lot of recording behind in the background, but it's really, really amazing to have been able to share those prizes with yourself. We are, unfortunately, saying never goodbye in this department, always hasta la vista to two of the most incredible people I have the pleasure to work with. And I work with lots of people. By the way, you are all fantastic here. There's no, I don't get confused here. But this year, our fantastic and incredible colleagues, John Comparelli and Kevin Burnside, have decided to say hasta la vista. I believe John actually was one of the first members of the staff to be coming to UWE to create the architecture and planning course back in the 90s. And he brought a wealth of expertise that has continued to combine with practice, and that is kind of impressive. He said to me that he has actually, he's taken up tennis as a way kind of, to kind of ease off on the life of retirement. So I hope you will enjoy it, John. It has been a fantastic, it's true. It's a fantastic pleasure to be able to have shared such a fantastic moments with yourself, sharing the design tutorship in the eMarch and everything that we work together. And I'm sure that the students and the staff have kind of benefited from all your wealth of expertise. You will be missed, and it has been an absolutely honor to work with you. And the second person we are going to say hasta la vista is Kevin Burnside, the Deputy Head of Department for Architecture and the Built Environment, that has been here over 30 years, kind of building the School of Construction and Property as his head first, and then working as part of the department in the Architecture and the Built Environment. I would say that Kevin is loved by everyone, architects, product designers, and built environment professions. And, he's not taking up tennis. He is actually going to go and sell quiches into festivals. So I can see a trend here of John and Kevin enjoying kind of lives, if that makes any sense. And I believe both of them from different professions are going to kind of take up sailing and going sailing in their boats. Can you see there is a trend going on? So I can see why they are saying hasta la vista here, because hopefully we will be able to have their expertise from time to time, as we have done with all of those that have kind of decided to kind of, I had enough, but I want to enjoy my life and my retirement. So thank you so much for everything that you have given to the school. You will be seriously missed. And before we finish, it's really important as well, because some of you are kind of giving yourself a bit of time. We will continue to add your work into our kind of digital show and the digital website over the summer, as soon as you've got your work, and try to exhibit it as well, because it makes us really proud, and we will kind of make sure that we give you the opportunities as much as we can. And sometimes we will work our way, because we will have events like this where we can showcase the fantastic work that the school has continued doing and will continue doing, without a doubt. So before we leave, I think, and the closing remarks, I think I need to leave you with...
Fantastic.
Thank you, everyone. Will Benate close us or no?
Click.
Yeah. Are we done? Okay.
Yeah, we're done. Thank you, everyone.